Many blessings. And blessed full moon lunar eclipse, which is today. It was this morning. So I'm doing this live video on Facebook, but I'm also recording it. So I will send it on to my Instagram page and my YouTube page afterwards. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining me. What powerful energies. Wow. So for those of you who don't know, I am Rebekah and I am from Pillars of the Moon. And for the next kind of like 40 minutes, I'm going to take you on a bit of a journey. And so the first part, I will talk about the astrology and the aspects of the full moon today and the eclipse season as well. And then after that, I'm going to do a short meditation to take us down the umbilical cord of Ophiuchus and into the earth womb. And when we get there, there will be an opportunity to go through the cosmic cervix and into the meet with the cosmic mother. So yeah, if you've got 40 minutes to sit down with me right now, it'd be wonderful. Yeah, just popping my glasses on because I'm going to share the screen so that we can have a look at the astrological insights. And I'm just going to pop back onto Facebook every now and then because I'm live streaming on Facebook. So just making sure that all is well in the Facebook world and you can all see me. Technology is fun, right? Okay, cool. Right, I'm there, I'm talking, I'm on Facebook. So there we go. Okay. Right, so we are going to now look at the aspects for the full moon. So I'm going to share the screen with you all. So many of you know I work with 13 star sign astrology and the lifetime sky. So it's a little bit different from Western astrology. I'm just trying to find, I am going to share the screen with you in a moment, but I don't, for some reason my image of the birth chart isn't coming up, so I'm just gonna find it for you. I'm not sure where it's gone. So the full moon is in the sign of Taurus in the lifetime sky. So this is about the earth. It's very grounded. I'm not going to talk too much about it until I find the chart wheel. Where are you? Astrology. Just bear with me. Thank you for your patience, lovely ones. Okay, it should come up now, hopefully. Yeah, right. Ta-da! Right, okay, here we go. We begin again. Right, now I'm going to share the screen. Ta-da! Full moon, Taurus, there we go. Yay, I hope you can all see that. There we are. So I'm just going to zoom out just a touch, just so that you can see the whole thing. So this is from the software I use is from Astro app, and my beautiful friend Kim, who I've done a video with recently, she's shared this software with me, which is amazing because all the constellations are really accurate to the actual sky and the measurements that NASA use for the constellations. So you can see that they're all different sizes because they all are different shapes and sizes, just like us. So yeah, so it's a bit different from a wheel that you would see in like a Western tropical wheel because all the signs are the same. But unfortunately, that doesn't reflect the lifetime sky. And so in 13 star sign astrology, we include Ophiuchus as well, which is over here, which is the serpent bearer. And of course, like, that's so important because it's right at the gateway of the galactic center. You know, it's like the guardian of the galactic center, and it's our gateway home, you know, through the cosmic yoni, cosmic gateway. And so in 13 star sign astrology, we use Ophiuchus, of course, because the sun goes through it, and the sun has just moved into Ophiuchus today, just in time for the lunar eclipse. You'll see here, it's at 1 degree, the sun at 1 degree Ophiuchus right now. And it's in the 13th house. And so the 13th house is the house of the hidden. You know, so all that's been hidden from us, you know, is now got the sun there in the 13th house. It's being illuminated. And, you know, it's not close enough to the south node to be a conjunction, but it's, you know, the south node is in Ophiuchus and the sun is in Ophiuchus. So that's quite powerful to have that. And then if you look, obviously the full moon is opposite the sun. And so that is in Taurus in the lifetime sky. And this is the north node here, which is in Taurus. And so this is a really powerful energy, you know, the moon and the sun coming into the same sign or the same constellation as the nodes. And the nodes of the moon are talking about the direction of where we're going, as the north node, our collective destiny and our own destiny. And the south node is the dragon's tail, where we've been, you know, it's the skills that we've acquired in our past lives. And also our karma as well, what we've brought in with us. It's our baggage, really. And so, you know, with the south node in Ophiuchus, there's so much, like, many gifts are coming through from the Ophiucan energy. And Ophiuchus is about magic. It's about the elements and weaving together all the different elements, and yeah, using those to create alchemy. And it's such an amazing sign. So the sun's now moved into Ophiuchus, so all of you who have got your birthday coming up in the next kind of few weeks, you will be in Ophiuchus. So it's happy birthday. It's amazing. Yeah, so I wanted to talk a lot about these kind of the aspects that are going on. And I came on here and I was just like, I don't know what I'm going to say because I feel so much. So I'm just like going to go with what comes naturally. And that's generally how I work. But the big thing for me that's really drawing a lot of my attention right now is Black Moon Lilith. Of course. So if we look down here in Aries, we've got Black Moon Lilith in Aries. And she's right next to Uranus. So Black Moon Lilith is at 6 degrees. And Uranus is at 8 degrees. So these are really close together. Like, and why? Why is Uranus next to Lilith right now? And so Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, Aquarius being like the cosmic mother, I feel. And so Uranus brings enlightenment. It brings awakening. It brings like revelations, revolutions even. And so to have Uranus right next to Lilith, to me, it feels like Lilith is the gateway to our enlightenment. And what does Lilith represent? She is the shadow weaver. She is the shadow walker. She is the holder of our fears and our shadows. And she is like the enchantress of the underworld, you know. And so she is calling us down, she's the serpent, right? So she's calling us down into the underworld to meet with ourselves and all of the things that we're afraid of, all of our shadows. And so in doing this, you know, it's like then we find our way home, we find our way to love all these parts of ourselves. And it's through like really witnessing these parts of ourselves, loving them, and then releasing any trapped emotions in our body by crying or dancing or sounding, whatever we need to do. It allows us then to come up. And so this is the ascension, right? But the trick is it's the descending first. And so Ophiuchus represents the descent. And so that was taken out of our astrology for so long. And so this is why perhaps a lot of spirituality is all about ascension. you know, because Ophiuchus wasn't there. So there was a missing part, something hidden. And so, you know, you only have to look at the story of blessed Yeshua and his descent into the tomb for 3 days before he ascended. You know, and when we bleed, you know, we release and let go for 3 days, 4 days before we start a new cycle. And so we have to come in, we have to come home, we have to come down into our body. And so Taurus is that, you know, Taurus is the body. It's the feelings, it's the values, it's, you know, what we really care about, what's important to us, our possessions, money, it's sensuality and the senses. And so this is why you know, the magic of the Taurus energy now of this lunar eclipse, because the eclipses come together. It's generally always like a pair or a trio, or there's a group. It's called an eclipse season generally. And so this eclipse season, you know, we have our full moon in Taurus and the sun just moving into Ophiuchus today. And so we're being pulled into our body, into our feelings, into our depths, into the earth, the fixed earth. Taurus is a fixed earth sign. And so we're going down, down, down into the earth. And we've got 2 weeks to really feel ourselves, to feel our fears, to meet our Lilith, you know, and we're being called now. Who is Lilith to me? What are my fears? And so if it could be a really great time to look at your birth chart, you know, look at your 13 star sign astrology chart. You can find out where your Lilith is and really look at her, what she's teaching. So I can talk personally for myself. My Lilith in my chart, she's in Cancer. So she's in the sign of the mother. And so a lot of my biggest fears and wounds are connected to the mother. And Lilith in Cancer can be a lot about abandonment. You know, so that plays out in so many ways in my life, you know, fear of being abandoned by my family, by my partner, by like fear if am I abandoning my child, you know. So it plays out in so many ways, and it's a really big fear in me, you know. So I'm being called to meet with her, you know, and see what that's about. And we can often go back to our birth, you know, our place where it all began. And when I was born, I was very premature and I was in an incubator for some time. And so that first kind of impression on life was to be separated from everyone, you know, so that feeling of abandonment might have come in really early, you know. And so, and also like Lilith in Aries, like she is the birthing energy. It's the fire, it's the kundalini. It's like, to me, Aries is like that birthing energy, that push of life coming up and like, wow, you know, like it's the raw energy, you know. It's that creative fire. But it's also a very young energy and can be quite explosive and chaotic and impulsive, and, you know, like a little toddler who just wants something. I want that, I want this, I want that, or it's mine. You know, we could be quite like that. We have our child coming out now to play. And so the interesting thing about this, you know, to me, is that in opposition to this, we have Venus, who's just moved in to Libra. So many of you know that Venus and Libra are like, you know, Venus's home is in Libra, and also Taurus's home is in Libra. So it's like, no, sorry, Venus. Let's talk about Venus. Venus is the ruler of Libra and Taurus. That's what I'm trying to say. So the Venusian energy is really strong at the moment. So we could be feeling a lot in our hearts, a lot to do with our relationships. Mercury is also in Libra, and so is Juno. Juno is about commitments and marriage. And Mercury wants to communicate, you know, about our relationships. How are we relating? How are we communicating in our relationships? And so Libra is all about connection, relationships, being with others. you know. And so the opposition to that with Lilith is like, no, I want to be a sovereign being, I'm independent, I need my life, you know. So this is an interesting energy, you know, because it's like Lilith is like me, and then Venus is like us, you know. And so there has to be a balance, you know, and we all have our own needs. And so how do we have our own needs met and also meet the needs of the others? So this is the balance. And you know, it's really about tuning into our fears in relation to that. And so yeah, this is a really powerful time for relationships. So those of you who are relating at the moment might be feeling a bit of a dance between Venus and Libra, bliss, harmony, balance, to like Lilith, like, ah, you know, I want this, I want that, right? You're not doing this, I'm afraid of that. And it's definitely been playing out in my relationship. Yeah, so it's like, you know, Venus in Libra is like love. And then Lilith, who's in opposition down in Aries, is like fear. So you could even say there's an opposition of love and fear right now. And so with Uranus right next to Lilith, it's like, well, we need to transform and awaken that fear and move through it to ascend. And so flipping powerful, right? Like, wow, you just can't make this up. And so because these two come in pairs, these eclipses, so we've got the lunar eclipse today, which was this morning at 9:30. And then we have the solar eclipse in 2 weeks on the 14th of December. And that's a new moon, and that'll be in Ophiuchus, because we're still in the sign of Ophiuchus then. And so, you know, and then just after that, on the 21st of December, we have the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter coming together. This happens every 20 years or so. And it's called the Great Conjunction. So when you think about all of the things that are coming up, you know, and what we're being called to do now, it feels to me like we are being called down into our body with Taurus, into our feelings, our hearts. You know, we've got such powerful Venusian energy with this full moon. My goodness, you know, Venus is at, you know, at home, the moon is at home. It's like really like, you know, Venus energy. It's like, what are your values? What are your needs? What is your heart telling you? What is your womb telling you? What is like wanting to be created? And also the fears and the shadows with Lilith connected to that. So we're being pulled down into that truth, into that bodily feeling self, out of our mind, you know, and allowing our body to talk to us, allowing our primal bodily wisdom to do the talking. And we could do this through lovemaking, we could do this through temple space, we could do this through our dream time, you know, because Neptune has just gone direct. So this is a great time to be doing journeying. I use Artemisia vulgaris, also known as mugwort, for my visioning. And she really helps to open up my third eye. So I have that tea before bed. My dreams over the last few nights have been so profound. I've been writing them all down. Because Neptune has just gone direct in Aquarius as well. So this is the cosmic mother energy. And so that which has been hidden to us is being revealed. And Neptune is helping us to see. So we're being pulled down into the dark, into the feelings of the lunar energy, into the body of Taurus. And we have 2 weeks here meeting with Lilith in the underworld, in our feelings, in the depths. And we are looking for transformation. We're also looking for our gifts that we're going to reclaim, that have been lost, that have been hidden from us. You know, so part of my meditation that I'll be doing, we're going to be going down to those places and retrieving those things. And so, you know, those gifts that we're reclaiming, those things that have been hidden from us, you know, in 2 weeks' time at the solar eclipse, the solar is the sun, it's the light, you know, so those things might start to reveal themselves. It might take a few weeks, you know, we're just going to go down and in today, but just allowing time over the next few weeks for things to reveal themselves. And so once we've then, these things have come to the light and we know, like, hey, these are my gifts, you know, this is something that I want to grow throughout the next cycle, then we can offer that in ceremony, in the conjunction on the solstice of Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter is expansion and abundance, prosperity. Saturn is structures. It's holding containers and time, you know, it's the authority. And so it's like, okay, so once we've reclaimed our gifts and we've come up out of the dark and we've ascended, we can then offer them as this light, the light in the dark. You know, it's like this, it's here, I'm here to offer this to the world. You know, I'm being called to my best work now, and I'm going to offer it, I'm going to give it up to, you know, this is what I'm here to do, this is my soul's essence, and it's not hidden from me anymore. It's so powerful the next few weeks, like, wow. I'm intrigued to see, you know, what we find, what is uncovered during these next few weeks, because, you know, in the world politics and different things, I have a feeling that there's going to be lots happening in the world. It's going to be very interesting. And as well, Lilith is, you know, she's in square to Jupiter, I think, and all of this stuff in the galactic center. So it's really, it's difficult energy, and for us who are in the northern hemisphere, we're in the darkest time of the year, so it's like, it can be quite dark, you know, there can be a lot of depression and anxiety and really difficult feelings, but yeah, the call is to come into those feelings, to really acknowledge them and feel them and release what needs to be released, and call in support, you know, if it's available, if we can find people to be with us during these times. So I'm just going to give it a few moments to let all of those words settle. I've got a really itchy nose, which is fun. I'm not picking my nose, it's just really itchy. I think it's like, you know, I'm being reminded by my guides and everything, you know, okay, you know, the nose. Trusting what I know, trusting what we know. And this is a big journey for me. Oh, thank you. Yes, there we go. That's what they're trying to tell me. Your nose, what you know, trusting what you know. So Taurus, you know, Taurus is about worth as well, value. So we could be getting a lot of stuff coming up about our value and our worth. And do we value ourselves? Are we feeling worthy? And how is it playing out for us? You know, it could be to do with our work, and especially with all the lockdown stuff, there might be businesses that are, you know, going bankrupt, things like that. It could be real kind of, this could be a big fear, you know, with Lilith, like, and she's calling us to look at this. I mean, for me, my Chiron is Chiron is the wounded healer. My Chiron is right around here in Taurus. So it's a big thing for me. This is why I'm being reminded that I know, my nose itching. It's like, I do know, and to trust that and believe that. And because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be here right now sharing this with you. So yeah, I'm just going to pop back over to Facebook. I want to see if there's anyone commenting or anything. La la la. Okay. I'm hoping that people can see me. Yeah, I think it's okay. Right. I'm still getting the hang of like this streaming on Facebook thingy. It's like, anywho, I think we should just do some meditation, shouldn't we, really? Oh, stop screen sharing. There we go. Hey, I'm back. Okay, I'm going to take my glasses off because I don't need them for this part. Okay. Ooh, ding, ding. Oh my goodness, let me turn that down. Sorry, everyone. I got binged. Okay, so I'm going to do a 10-minute meditation. And we're going to go down, down, down into the womb. Down, down. Oh my goodness, how do I turn that off? Don't know if I can. Okay, glasses off. So wherever you are, I just invite you to close your eyes. And just take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as we're exhaling, just feeling the tension dissolving from our body, feeling our shoulders relax and feeling our jaws relax. So just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So as we're breathing in, I feel like this is the yang breath, this is the sunlight breath. So it's like we're drawing that sunshine energy up and in. And then the exhale, it's like the yin breath, going back in, letting it all go. So we have this beautiful dance of yin and yang within us. So we're breathing in, filling ourselves up with that glorious light. And then exhaling and just feeling it all release and back down into the earth, into ourselves. And I like to visualize it as well like fire. So the inhale is like fire coming up our back. And then the exhale is like water falling back down to the earth. So as you're breathing in, we're visualizing the fire coming up our spine all the way up to our crown. And as we're exhaling, feeling that water pouring down from our crown all the way down to our base, to the earth. So just doing that for a few times and feeling that fire coming up and the water coming down, feeling the alchemy within us. This beautiful dance of yin and yang that we are, with every breath, every moment. This is the wisdom of Ophiuchus too. Ophiuchus is alchemy. Like wow. So now we feel nice and relaxed. We're going to journey down. We're going to go in. So we're going to start at the top, at our crown. So I like to put my hands into mudras a lot, because mudras are our intention and it's really powerful. So I'm going to bring together my little finger and my thumb on both hands, and then point the rest of the fingers up if you can. And this is the water mudra. And so I'm going to place that on my crown. And you can see we've got two circles above my crown there. And this is like the 8 sign, or the Vesica Pisces. It's also representing the Trinity as well, because we've got the yin and the yang, and then the point in the middle where they meet and create life, creation. Really powerful. And so this is our crown, this is our connection to the stars from the upper realms. But this time we're going down and in. So this is the wisdom of the Ophiuchus and the serpent. And so this is the descending serpent energy. So from this crown place, we're going to bring this water mudra, this creative energy, down through our body. So we're going to work our way down through the chakras. So breathing in here, feeling this royalty that we are, this abundance that we are, with the 8, the lion energy, the regal energy, reclaiming our royalty. Breathing in here and then exhaling, doing that 3 times, breathing in and exhaling and letting it go. And then we're going to bring it over to our third eye, awakening our third eye, keeping the mudra And bringing the fingers together. And so awakening our third eye, and opening so that we can see in the dark, opening our 2020 vision, clarity, clear vision, and clairvoyancy. Clear vision sounds the same as clair vision. May we all activate our gifts of clair vision so we can all see. Breathing in and out. And then coming down to our throat chakra, holding the mudra there. And may we have the courage to share that which we see and open our voice to the sound of the cosmos and the earth and all the earth beings. May their voice speak through us. May we remember our ability to speak through them, for them, with them. We can see them, but we can also communicate with them. And we can communicate clearly that which we need. Breathing in. Really accentuating the exhale because we're going down into the yin space. And then coming down over your heart. And now making downward facing triangle with your hands, but keeping the mudra of the water. Breathing into the heart space, feeling the yin and the yang and the union of the masculine and feminine inside of our heart, the white and the red, the lovers. Balance and harmony for them. For all parts of ourselves, may we come in union and balance with the love that we are. May we unite the magic of the stars and the earth together as one. And bring them into our heart and live from the center of love. Breathing in and out. And then bringing it down to our solar plexus and breathing in here. May we reclaim our power, our ability to manifest, our will, our fire, like that energy that's so strong and fierce, our power. We are powerful, we are powerful, we are powerful. We can say no. We always can say no if we need to, as well as saying yes if we need to, honoring our own authority. Yes, breathing into that and out. And then moving down to the womb space. So to me, Taurus is the womb. When you look at the horns of the Taurus, it's like, to me, Taurus was originally a feminine sign connected to Hathor and the cow energy and the creative energy. And so when we have our water mudra and we're putting it over our womb space, or if we're men as well, like we're putting it over our Swadhisthana or sacral chakra, it's like, wow, downward facing triangle, descending serpent down over the womb space, or our creation station. The breathing in here. May we create that which we love. May we create that which we value. May we honor the wisdom of the cycle and our place in it. May we remember the true cycle of life of the moon and the 13 moon calendar. May we value ourselves and love ourselves and give each other and ourselves what we need. and ask for what we need. And then coming down to our base. So if you feel to, you can place your hands on the floor and make the yoni mudra over the floor. And so now I'd like you to imagine, if you like as well, you can bring your awareness to your belly button or to your bumhole, your anus. And we're going down through these points. And so I like to imagine there's an umbilical cord coming from my belly button and going down through my womb and then down through my base and down into the earth. So each time we exhale, feeling that cord deepening, it's like we are traveling down that cord. You may even feel like it's the serpent, we're traveling down the serpent and into the earth. Going down, down, down into the earth. And with each exhale, feeling ourselves deepening down into that place, deep inside of ourselves. And then we find ourselves deep in the earth. So we're going down the umbilical cord and following it all the way down. And then we find ourselves in a cave, like the womb of the earth. It's a beautiful big cave. So just taking a moment to just feel into the space that is the inner womb, the earth womb that is within us. And you may even find your placenta down there. If you follow the cord, you can go all the way back to your placenta, your cosmic placenta that's in the earth womb. And no matter what happened to your placenta, we can reclaim our cosmic placenta here. Just taking a moment to reawaken that connection with our cosmic placenta. And the umbilical cord of Ophiuchus, it's connected to the cosmic mother energy of Aquarius. And so it's here in this earth womb, deep inside of ourselves, when we really get to face our fear, and we're meeting with Lilith, we're meeting with our shadows. And this is also our gateway into the stars. So down here I can see beautiful cervix. And so this cervix is the galactic center. And so when we are in this womb cave, we can visualize ourselves going up to that cervix and going through it. And we've always got our umbilical cord, which is here. And so we can always find our way home to the earth where we are, but we can always find our way home to the stars where we came from too. Shamanaki, Samaka. And so when we get to the cervix, I can see when I look at the cervix or the galactic center, it's like a big kind of donut thing. Some of you know what a cervix looks like, with a little hole in the middle. And so I like to imagine that I'm going up to it and pulling myself through. And then I find myself in the stars. And I can visualize myself, swimming. It's like swimming. It's like being underwater and just being part of everything. And so we've still got our umbilical cord, which is back in the womb cave. So we can explore here as much as we like. This is where I meet. I generally fly to Cygnus. So I like to go. I feel like I'm from Cygnus and I have the swan energy really strongly in me. And so that's where a lot of my family are, my soul family and my soul children that are yet to come. And so if there's a certain constellation or a star or anything, what the stars are your oyster, you can explore as much as you feel inclined to and trust the direction that you're drawn to. And so much wisdom will come to us in this place. This is where our ancestors are. so wherever you are, you can find your ancestors, you can find your spirit guides and your team, and you might receive a gift from them. They might say to you what your gift is, or they might give you a gift. You might put it in your hands, and you can place it inside your heart and carry it back with you. And you may not even know what this gift is yet. It's just the intention of receiving a gift from them, from the stars, from the cosmic mother, from our home. And then when you're ready, just feeling yourself coming back up your umbilical cord. So we're taking some deep breaths. And pulling on the umbilical cord like a rope to lift us up from where we are. And then popping ourselves back through the cervix, cosmic gateway, your galactic center. Finding ourselves back in the womb cave. We see Lilith sitting there waiting, reminding us of our fears and what we are here to awaken and transcend and heal and love. We thank her for guiding us here to this space. And then she turns into the snake and off she goes somewhere into the cave. And then we're going to find our umbilical cord again. And we're going to climb back up. And we're climbing up the serpent's tail now. Lilith is helping us climb. And we're coming back up into our body, feeling ourselves fully embodying this body. And feeling the serpent as she releases from our base and slips back down into the earth. And those gifts are implanted within us. So over the next few weeks, they might reveal themselves to us, hopefully. You might feel to do some journaling now and do some writing of anything that came up during that journey. So, how you're feeling? I hope that you're okay after that journey. I'm feeling really deep now. And so the Taurian energy for this full moon, I'm really inviting to come into our feeling body, to come into our senses, and to enjoy our body, to make love, to light candles, to smell things, to, smell roses, smell flowers. And the interesting thing about Taurus and Ophiuchus is Taurus is very indulgent, and so it can be very indulgent and doesn't like to move very fast or very far. It's like trying to uproot an oak tree, it's like, I'm a fixed earth sign, I don't move. And so with Ophiuchus in the south node, it's like she's pushing through the wisdom of Ophiuchus through to the north node and to the full moon. And it's like, okay, we need to look at these indulgences as well and how we're holding on, resistance to change, resistance to moving into something new. And so it's our holding on to the old ways and the indulgence and the luxuries and things that, it can prevent us from coming into this new earth that we're also wanting, but Taurus wants to stay. It's like, no, I like my things, as we all do, but think Kim said recently, you know, Ophiuchus will be happy, you know, foraging in the forest on berries and things, and it's like very different from Taurus. The opposite, Taurus would like to just eat everything. So yeah, I think the wisdom of Ophiuchus is really coming through now to help to awaken Taurus into a new beginning for the earth, you know, and with Lilith in opposite to Venus in Libra. Venus in Libra is the golden time, it's the golden age. It's like, my goodness, and this is what we are birthing into, you know. But big changes need to happen inside of us first. Before that can happen, we need to embody that. And the wisdom of Ophiuchus will get us there, and Lilith, serpent, will get us there. It's about looking into our shadows and walking in the dark for a little while until we figure it all out. The big changes is coming, I can feel it. I hope you are all riding these waves okay, and I'm so grateful to share this wisdom with you all. And yeah, please do get in contact if you'd like me to look up your Lilith or look up your 13 star sign astrology chart. I've had quite a lot of people recently who are true Scorpios, so they had their birthday last week, and I sent them some stuff about Scorpio and said, you're actually Scorpio, how does that feel? And they're like, wow, yes, I am. I've never been Sagittarius. So those of you with birthdays coming up, you know, if you're a Ophiuchus, you know, you have a lot to share in this world. You're the mirror, you're the alchemist, you're the healer. We need you to know who you really are. May that which has been hidden be revealed to us. May we reclaim our gifts. Okay, beloved ones, I'm going to sign off now. I'm feeling super dreamy. Thank you for being on this journey with me. And yeah, many blessings on the rest of your day. Blessed full moon and blessed eclipse season. I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.